you come from a background of sports, and I think sports really, there's a difference between training and competing. And as a wrestler, it's all this practice, and then game day it's just you. Football, same thing. When the lights are on, how do you perform? So, being that you're a natural performer, I assume that carries out into other aspects of your life. How much of what you did in athletics, because you used the term I thought was interesting. You said, my job is to keep the show moving. And so
Mm,
I think there's two parts of this question. Number one, life sometimes has pauses and interruptions and obstacles and setbacks. And what I found is successful people, they find a way to keep the show going. You don't let it
mm.
stomp you, you don't let it pause you. So where did that come from first and foremost is when you're having setbacks and man, the show must go on. I don't have time to sit here and feel sorry for myself. I got to make things happen. Did that come from what you learned growing up with your family, or was that something you learned from sports and then gravitated towards sports because it matched your mindset?
Man, that's a great question, Nick. I think it came from my mother. My mom is my, and me and my mom butt heads a lot because we're alike, but I'm my mama's boy through and through, and don't even care. Me and all my cousins, all my male cousins, I come from a huge family. All my male cousins, they're like my brothers. All my female first cousins, they're like my sisters. We're all, especially us men in my family, we're all mama's boys, all of us, but we're all tough. So my mom, there would be some times when my mom didn't even eat to make sure I ate, and then she kept going. I didn't know because she kept smiling on her face. My aunt would be at the house, my cousins would be at the house, and then everybody leave. Next morning, I hear my mom crying at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm getting ready to go to school. I'm like, Mom, what are you crying about? She's like, nothing. I'm fine. Just get ready. I asked her, babe, maybe 5 years ago. I said, Mom, why did you used to cry when I was in the morning time? Like I crack your bedroom door open, I'd see you kneeling down praying on your bed. She's like, there was sometimes where the rent was due. I didn't know how I was going to get it, but God made a way. Growing up like that, growing up in a house that loved Jesus, my mom said God made a way, and I'm like, okay, Mom. So how? She said, Alec, I made $333 on my check and 62 cents, 333, which I have tattooed on my forearm right here, and I have it on my back too. 333, which is I'm a big numbers guy. My birthday's 9/21, so three threes is nine, two and one is three. It's weird. I mean, just follow me. All the listeners, just follow me. Um, I was born at 10:42 a.m. My mother was born at 10:42 p.m. Says it on our birth certificate, which is crazy. So when I'm having a bad day, she'll text me out of the blue, say, "Hey, is everything all right? How did you know?" Fast forward, the reason why I keep the crowd going and keep everything moving because I say, Alec, there was times that your mom didn't eat, didn't know how we was going to get gas in the car, didn't know how we was going to pay our rent, but she kept going. What are you complaining about? Keep it going. There's been times, many a times, bro, where I was on a stage and I didn't feel like being there. Yes, I got a big check for it, but I was like, I'm ready to go home. I'm a homebody. I like to be at home. But there was times I was like, okay, Alec, there's 5,000 people out there. You got to make them feel good because somebody's going through something worse than you. You might just be having a bad day because you're tired and you're cranky, but somebody might be suffering with a disease. They only have a couple months to live, a couple days to live, and they're out in that audience. You have to make sure they're feeling great. That's when I suck it up. That's when I suck it up. And more, I'm showing, I'm going through a spiritual battle just like everybody does. We question, you have to question stuff. I say, Jesus, I know you're real. But some of this stuff in this Bible and this that don't make no sense, bro. You got to answer my text message. So I'm fighting. I'm fighting with that right now. I'm battling, wrestling with spiritual warfare. But my Pastor Mike Atkins here in Orlando, Grace Orlando Church, he's the best. Bald-headed Caucasian male, big beard, always at the gym. Pastor Mike explains stuff so well, but I still have questions. So even me being on stage, not wanting to have energy. Anybody that knows me, they know when I step on stage, you're going to be like this. Oh, Alec, I was having a bad day, but you came on and smiled and you said something and your drum and your percussion song and you performed, blah, 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 and you did this. I felt great. That lets me say, okay, I look in the mirror and say, okay, man, you was just crying and complaining about something that didn't go your way. And you almost threw in the towel and said, I don't want to do this event, but you did it anyway. And now look, you blessed all these people. That's when it counts. We don't know that as human beings. Because, what I was going to say was, Nick, I'm starting to show gratitude. I'm starting to say, thank you for my food, my Jeep, my motorcycle. Thank you for having a woman that loves me, been with me for 10 years, that loves me, that understands me. Thank you for the close friends I have. Thank you for the clothes on my back. Thank you for my socks that I can put on. Thank you for the food in my refrigerator. Small things I'm starting to be thankful for, and bigger doors are opening now. Before I was like, that's just a given. But you can go to the refrigerator and make a sandwich right now. There's people right now that are wishing they can do that. So that's what helps me, Nick. When I don't feel like doing something, the energy to keep going. I think about my mom, and I think about somebody in the audience who's going through worse things than me, and I think about the blessing I get a check to use my gift that I was born with, which is music and entertainment. I get paid big money to entertain people and introduce people on stage. What are you complaining about? Come on, Alec. Suck it up, dude. Come on, man. So that's where I'm at with that.